Good evening, happy Tuesday, and welcome to episode 3 of our second season of Get the Skinny on Beachbody Coaching. This evening we have with us the ever-vivacious Tom Birkenmeyer. We have Amethyst this evening, we have Lisa Kent, and we have Shelly Kraft. So we've got a full house and looking forward to a very exciting conversation. Tonight the topic is, more or less, how to introduce or what tools your new coaches can use to attract and track prospects so that they can make their first money. So let's chat. Who's going first? Yay!
Okay, so we've talked before about how when you become a coach, there are tons and tons of things available in the back office to get you started right. There's training, there's this, there's that. Now, one of those, and I'm going to sing the song again, that means business activity tracker. So cool. What this is, it's very simple. I don't know if my camera is really showing a clear video of it, but it's a way for you to keep track of basically what we call the 4 vital behaviors, the 4 things that you should be doing every day to move your business forward. One of the biggest things you can do is invite new people. When you invite them, you check the box off, write their name down. You put what date you talk to them. You do your personal development, you check it off on the back. You do your workout, you check it off. You drink your shake, you check it off. That's all this is. It's just a way to keep track. The reason why this is important is because if you reach a bump in the road and you say to your coach, I don't understand what's going on, I'm not, and the coach says, well, how many people have you been inviting? And you go, oh. Now you have a way to keep track of it, and kind of a minimum of what you should be doing. It's real easy to stay on track this way, and it's a tangible way to speak to your coach about what's going on in your business. So that's a big one for me. If you notice, my hand's not filled in. I suck. But I do have other ways of keeping track of my business. I moved it for the call. I have a notebook. I can't find it right now. Here it is. I moved it for the call. But I do keep track of who I'm talking to and when and why and what. So I have my own business activity tracker. So that's my input.
All right, cool. Very cool. All right. So there are lots of tools out there, tools that Beachbody provides, along with other massive amounts of training and videos and other types of support materials that are in the back office. But there's also some more, I love pen and paper, don't get me wrong, but there are some other more techie, sophisticated tools out there. Some of them that have free versions, some that have monthly, what's the word I'm looking for? That you pay monthly. Yes, thank you. Thank you. I'm having a blonde moment. That have monthly subscriptions. Have you guys used any of those? There's Teamsy, there's Streak, there's what's the new one that's out that Social Team Builder is doing?
I was going to say Social Team Builder has a CRM.
Who knows a guy has a CRM?
Mm-hmm.
So have you guys used any of those, and what do you have to say about them?
Well, I was just going to say, if you don't know what a CRM is, it's pretty much an automated response system as far as I've learned.
It's customer relationship management is what it is.
Thank you. I could not remember.
I couldn't remember a subscription. So
yeah, it's a thing that talks for you. But basically, it especially MailChimp, if someone emails you, it immediately emails them back with whatever you want to say so that you don't have to constantly be present writing back. I personally have not. I have a MailChimp account. I'm in the CRM free trial. I haven't done anything with it, quite honestly.
Right.
So I don't know that. Tom, I think you might have in the past. I don't know if you still do use that kind of technology.
I have an AWeber account. That's a professional autoresponder, and that sounds like what you guys are describing.
Right.
So, yeah, so that builds my email list, and then I can send automated follow-ups. I can also send manual broadcasts, which I do mostly broadcasts. Like I'll send one out every so often about, I don't know, whatever I want to send out, a blog post or a video or an invitation or who knows what. But I have that. Like if you go to my website, tomberkenmeyer.com, you'll see on the right column an opt-in for people to put in their best email address so that they can be in the know whatever tomberkenmeyer.com is doing.
Very cool.
Okay. And that's all linked into AWeber.
That's aweber.com. A lot of the, especially people in the network marketing profession, they'll use either AWeber or Constant Contact is the other big one. So those are the two big ones, like AWeber and Constant Contact. Those are the two big ones that all the pros use. AWeber is super simple. It's easy to use. It's user-friendly. I've never had a problem with them at all. Their customer support is great anytime I've had to contact them for anything, which is hardly ever. So yeah, I dig them.
And what does it cost? Anything?
Yeah, it is. What is it? $10 a month or something? $10 or $20 a month. One of those two. I forget which one it is.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So there's no advertising pop-ups or anything, and I own my own list.
Are there ones where you don't own the list? This is news to me. I'm curious.
Yeah, the ones you don't pay for, the free ones.
Oh, okay.
There's going to be advertisement pop-ups, and you don't own it, and so.
Interesting. Okay, so then they get your contacts too and can do with them what they want. Is that?
I can do whatever I want because they're mine. I own the list because I pay for it. And
right, I'm saying the free ones though, they can take your contacts because.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No free ones, guys. See, I'm so glad we're on this call. I didn't know that.
However, let me add this to it. So when I first started, and for a long time, I didn't have a professional autoresponder at all. And I still don't need one, to be honest with you. So I just got my list on a notepad. I just wrote their names down. And so if I was doing a blog post or a video, my call to action would be to, private message me or whatever. And from there, I would add them, I would just write their name down. And then at some point, however many years ago it was, I just decided, I'll try this professional autoresponder thing called AWeber. Somebody was talking about it and presented it and did a nice presentation. And I'm like, this seems pretty cool. I think it's time to up my game, so to speak. So nobody needs anything like this. You can do all this stuff for free, just, writing it down and being organized that way, being very efficient. So this is just me upping my game at some point. I decided, I'm going to get a professional autoresponder so that I can have my own website and have people opt into something. And my giveaway, to entice people to get on it was 31 ways of raising money without having any. So a lot of people will be like, 31 ways to raise money without having any, and puts them on my list. And then I've got another one that just says, for updates and other cool stuff, whatever, get on my list. So those are the two main ways that I get people attracted to putting in their name and email address to be on my list. And then every time I update with, I got a new blog posting or an invitation or whatever, it can go out there. If Beachbody comes out with a new product, I can let everybody know it's on my list.
That's awesome. What I've been doing, because I don't have an autoresponder, auto emailer right now that I know what to do with, is actually in my Gmail. I emailed myself all of my emails of my customers and everyone that I've gotten emails from. And when I get someone's email, I add to it. Then I can create an email, use that list, make sure you BCC. Nobody wants anybody to see their emails. Make sure it's a blind carbon copy when you email out. And that's the list that I use, and I just keep updating it. And it's very prehistoric technology-wise, but it's working.
And it's free, and it works.
Yeah, so I have it, I email it to myself. It says updated customer list, and then I just change the date whenever I add somebody to it. And then I know when the last time, I updated it is.
So what you're doing is great. So here's the difference between me and you, and this is all it is, in my opinion, as far as I can tell. I'm paying something where yours is free, so I'm paying for the convenience. So I don't have to put time into it because it's automated. And that's really it. And that's just like a personal decision when someone decides, okay, I'm making money now. It's time to up my game. And everyone can decide for themselves when that's going to be, if it's ever going to be. It doesn't ever have to be. I don't think my AWeber account honestly has resulted in any more business growth than otherwise. It really hasn't. I'm just saving a little bit more time. I'm leveraging something that's more automated. And to me, that's worth paying some money for. But it hasn't resulted in any extra business growth.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, I'm curious about other CRMs I've seen only because they have the ability to auto respond on Facebook to comments, not just email or Facebook Messenger. So that's piqued my curiosity, and I don't know enough about it to say anymore right now, but I want to learn more about that only because of that angle.
So
the social
you just
team
said
builder
something
one.
about responding to people on Facebook. I don't know of anything that does that. AWeber doesn't do that.
Yeah, I'll tell you about it in our after party. If you were on the call, you could get into the after party. Just saying.
I'm very curious. I've done searches for that and I found nothing. Okay. So this is news to me.
Okay, well,
this is brand new.
The CRM that you're referring to that we'll chat about in the after party, I guess, is you do everything in the CRM and without having to go to Facebook at all. And that the point of it is that so it eliminates, it's integrated with Facebook and it eliminates distractions.
I want it.
What?
I want it.
Okay, well.
I want a referral just in case there's any kickbacks.
I don't think there.
Make sure that you sign up for the referral program if there is one. And
I don't think there is one yet. But.
No, there's not. I'm just being a smart ass.
Right. Dibs!
Yeah, I'm calling dibs. I'm doing the technology equivalent of I licked it, it's mine.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait for the after call because I need to know about this.
Okay. Yeah. Well, Shelly and I are doing the trials. So.
Okay.
So on to other parts.
Right. So has anybody used Teamsy or Google Streak or
Streak? I have.
Okay. What do you think of Streak?
Total transparency.
Yeah.
You know what I like about Streak is it tells you when someone reads your email, so it like ups your stalkerism. That's all I've used it for. I don't. It
ups your what?
Stalkerism, because I know, don't lie to me and say you didn't get the email. I just had a notification that you just looked at it.
Oh, yeah, okay. I'll mention something in a second. Go ahead, finish.
But I have the different pipelines and all set up, and I've seen it. I don't get it. I tried to get it. I just don't. You know what it is? I haven't made the time to learn. That's my problem.
Yeah. Well, I have a free HubSpot account that I got a while back when they were offering a free marketing. They were offering a free marketing account, and then and I didn't do much with it. But they have massive amounts of training and tutorials, and they do webinars. I mean, there's a lot of support, and they will go all in on the support, even if you're not paying a dime. I mean, it's incredible. And then I want to say it was about maybe 8 months ago, they offered me a free sales account. So I have both. I have both dashboards. And currently, I only use it for my crockpot page because every month I ask them if they want to get they want to get all of the recipes that I posted for the previous month. And they have to opt in, to get it. And then I have it integrated with my Gmail, and I have all my contacts in Gmail. So every time, like you just mentioned, somebody opens it, it pops up on my screen that so-and-so just opened that email that I sent them.
Right.
So it's kind of cool because I can see, that I'm getting, interaction, or I'm getting, I'm getting open rates on the emails I send. But that's about as far as I've taken it with the HubSpot thing. but I can only set up like 5 drafts of emails and stuff like that. So of course it's limited, but you can set up funnels and autoresponders and all that kind of stuff. I just haven't taken the time to do it yet.
I have everything divided into very beautiful, different color-coded sections that I don't know what to do with. But it looks pretty.
Yeah.
So, like I said, that's me not putting the time into learning the system. I'm not faulting the system at all. I just, it was like, oh, new, pretty. Oh, look, new, pretty thing. And then I went on to something else. So,
yeah.
But I do like that it tells you when someone reads your email, whether it's business or personal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally. So Shelley, you just signed a new coach, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what?
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So what are you? Are you teaching her to use the bat?
No, bat.
What?
So,
yeah. So what? Yeah. What is she? What is she? Is she gonna? Is that what you're introducing her to, or what? What's your plan on that?
Well, the bat is part of it. In the back office, there's the first 30 days training.
Oh, is that what she's doing?
I've introduced her to that.
Mm-hmm.
She does work a full-time job, and unfortunately, her husband just got knocked down with the flu.
Mm.
So we're doing the slow and steady.
I know all about husbands getting knocked down with the flu, believe me.
Yeah, there's so much going on right now, and I understand everyone is busy all the time, and you need to make the time. I get that. But she's also doing 80-day obsession with me. Those workouts are an hour. There's the time nutrition. There's a lot of new, because we just started that. So I don't want to hit her with, and then you do this, and you do this, and you do this. And then she's like, forget it, So it's just a little bit, she's already signed a customer. Like,
wow.
She's amazing. She's awesome. I love her to death, So I'm not at all disappointed that we're taking the official training slow, because he is relating to other people, sharing her story. She's already signed up a customer. She's doing awesome. So the rest of it is formality and how to tweak what she's doing to make it more of a business,
Right. So she's focusing on being a product of the product at the moment.
Oh, absolutely. 100%. She's awesome. Like, she is like all about, and it's funny trying to get her to do 80-day obsession because she's a Shanti girl. And I'm like, it's no, come on, you got to do it with me. This is awesome, So we're having fun.
Okay. So when you were talking in the beginning, Shelley, you were talking about, and you kind of breezed through it, but maybe we want to talk just a couple of minutes about, you talked about the, for the love of all that is holy, talked about the
accountability of having a tangible thing of what you're doing.
Well, no, that the 4 things we're supposed to be doing every day.
The 4 vital behaviors.
Thank you. Yeah. Lisa, I told you earlier today I'm brain dead.
And I'm brain dead.
I had to message her and say, "What did we talk?"
We're the Easterners.
I had to message Lisa early this morning. I'm like, "What did we talk about last week on our Zoom call for an idea for the show?" I could not. It's terrible. I'm not having a terrible day. I don't know. I'm just brain dead. Okay. So 4 vital behaviors.
Personal development.
Mm-hmm.
Be a product of the product. Invitations, recognition. Those are our 4.
Can we talk a little bit about inviting, Tom? Maybe you have some wisdom to share on this. There's a lot going on in network marketing today about old school inviting versus the new inviting, and it all has to do with attraction marketing. Where do we fall on this whole thing today? Is there a right and a wrong way to invite?
Yes.
I'm just waiting.
Definitely.
That's the short answer.
100%.
Yes. No naked videos. Okay. I get it. Okay. But really, I'm serious. There's a lot of confusion out there about warm market, cold market. Should you even talk to somebody that hasn't, that isn't even the slightest bit warm? Is there? Okay, let's talk about it.
And I
Okay,
would
so
have added something, Tom, you go first, but remind me, just say Paige, and I'll know what you're talking about when you're done.
Paige.
Okay.
Paige. Okay, Paige. Okay, so all of those nuances, Kelly, that you just outlined, and there's many more nuances.
Right.
I would say for a new coach, pick one that you're the most comfortable with, whether it's cold market, warm market, or whatever, and invite those people first. And in my personal opinion, the best way to invite somebody is to just see who's open. And so it could look something like, hey, I just got involved in a health and fitness business. And maybe for a new person who's never built a business before, and maybe they don't have a track record of keeping promises and people know that about them. So they might want to say, hey, I just got involved in a health and fitness business. Don't worry. I'm not going to invite you into the health and fitness business. It's probably not your thing, but you might really like the product. Would you like to look at it to see if it would be a good fit for you? Or if it's somebody that does have a good track record with people, they've always kept their word and so on and so forth, then they could say something like, hey, I just got involved in a health and fitness side project. Would you be open to taking a look at it to see if it's something that would be a good fit for you too? And for those that say, yeah, they're open, then the next thing is to move on to the third-party tool that you share with them. And you just ask them what they like most about the video or the web page or whatever you just sent them.
Okay.
In my opinion, that is the easiest way to do it. And then if you want to step it up a notch, you could ask them questions about what their goals are and why their goals are important to them, and tie that into whatever it is that they told you.
Okay. All right. Now we're going to say Paige in a minute, but in a second. But one of the reason I brought that up is because this other thing that we're going to talk about in the after party, and for you folks who are watching this video, you want to join us on these calls because or on these podcasts, because if you do, you get invited to the after party and you get some other stuff, other colorful things sometimes afterwards, and it's kind of fun. So by all means, jump on these get the Skinny on Beachbody chats with us and either be a fly on the wall or participate. Okay, so but having said that, the reason I brought that up is because this other thing we're going to talk about in the after party, they actually are kind of discouraging us from downloading our Facebook what do they call them, CSV files,
Okay.
because they aren't necessarily warm leads. They're not necessarily, it's a hodgepodge of stuff. And I'm kind of struggling with that whole thing. That's why, because, some of those people are warm market and a lot of them are cold market. So does that make them any less viable? That's the whole thing.
Well, here's one thing cool about cold market is that you only know so many people in your warm market. It'll dry up. That's why, in my opinion, a vital behavior that Beachbody does not include is expanding your contacts so that you've always got new warm market people. But aside from that, one cool thing about cold market is that you'll never run out. So if you learn that one skill, how to effectively invite cold market people,
right,
you'll never, ever run out of people. Never, ever run out of people to invite.
Right. And that kind of feeds into that whole go for no thing, right?
Sure, of course it does. But I would say with just as well with warm market, because at least in my situation, when I first started warm market, I was actually kind of pretty cold to me about the whole thing. Nobody in my warm market signed up, and some of them insulted me. So, I mean, you could argue that the warm market isn't so warm after all. So I don't even think it matters. Warm market, cold market. The one reason why I love asking who's open is you can say it to both warm and cold. You're just seeing who's open, and those who aren't, you don't move further. But a lot of people are. It doesn't matter if they're cold or warm. People want to think of themselves as being open-minded, so they're going to answer, "Yeah, I'm open."
Right. All right.
So
awesome.
That's the way to get around that, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I'll invite people randomly I've got 5,000 Facebook friends and thousands of followers and nearly 10,000 likes and this and that. I'll invite random people, and the only thing we've got going for each other as far as warmth goes is we're connected on the internet. Beyond that, we don't really know each other.
Right.
But I'll still ask if they're open. But one thing I won't do, if I don't really know somebody, I'm not going to start forming them and small talking them and this and that only to get to the question if they want to look at a business, because then it's going to be really weird and salesy. No, I just get to the chase. I don't fool around with that stuff.
Right.
Now, maybe if I'm talking to a warm market person or, or some relationship, I can talk to them about whatever. And if it feels natural, talk about the business. Most of the time, probably wouldn't. So to be honest with me personally, I don't do the forming thing with people. I mean, if I want to talk to them about family, occupation, recreation, I'll do that. But it won't be because I have an agenda to bring up the business, not by any means. So for me personally, if I'm inviting somebody, this is how simple my brain works, I guess. I want to ask who's open and find out who's open. That way I can talk to warm market, cold market. I don't need to form them or any of that stuff. I can just cut right to it. Say less to more people. I'd rather invite 20 people in 5 minutes than talk to one person in 5 minutes.
Okay. All right. Awesome. I like that. All right. Paige.
Okay. So
Turn the page.
did anyone notice what is different in your Facebook newsfeed today?
No.
No one noticed the difference?
You know what? I think I know there is supposed to be something different, but what is it?
I'm going there right now.
A whole lot less group and like page things in your Facebook newsfeed as of today.
A whole lot.
Has learned from surveys and everything that people are on there to connect with other people. They don't want to see like page and group things in their newsfeed. So that being said, strategy needs to change. You need to, once again, and I'm not saying ignore your like page. I just recently moved everything over to my like page. This is the worst thing that could happen to me. So now what I'm doing is either mirroring same post, like page, personal page, sharing like page, personal page. But I just wanted to tell new coaches, whatever you do, do not post links on your personal page. They will shut down your personal page. You can share your weight loss journey. You can share your story. You can share don't do business posts on your personal page. It will get you shut down. But you're going to get a lot less visibility on your like page. So you have to be creative. You have to be trying to get more likes on your like page and put content that makes people intentionally go there. Yeah. Because it's not going to be in their newsfeed.
Yeah, that's interesting that you mentioned that, because Melissa Hudgens said that she was getting so much less interaction on her like page that she was starting to take Instagram training from a variety of different coaches and sources, and she was going to focus much more on her Instagram than on her Facebook business page from now on.
Wow.
Right. And what I'm doing is, like, I still go live on my like page and everything, and then I share that to my personal page because it's a share, it's not a direct. But just be careful. Like, don't post links. Everybody wants to post Beachbody pictures with the link and that's gross. Don't do that.
Yeah,
no. Share like my coach did. She wasn't even a coach yet, and she got somebody to come along who's not doing the same workout she did. It's not that she wanted to do what my coach is doing. It's my coach took the time to get to know her and say, okay, well, maybe try this instead, So that's the thing. It's the human connection, and that, I do form people. And I don't even think of it as I'm forming you. I just like to get to know people, and I have over 3,000 Facebook friends. So what I've been doing in my notebook is, I think I mentioned this before, when I say happy birthday, I write their name down. And now I have a list of people that I can get in touch with and be like, hey, we haven't chatted in a while. What's going on? Because naturally the conversation will be, what's going on with you? And then I can say, hey, I'm doing this program. It's 80 days. It's a time nutrition thing. It's really friggin' cool. And it kind of, then I can naturally see if it's somebody that I'm going to invite, either way, business, fitness, because
right.
My track record, and I know, Tom, you are super successful and what you do works for you 100%. If I cold invite people, they tell me to go off, like it's a different situation.
Sure.
So I kind of, make that. And I have a ton of friends that might not ever sign up, and that's cool too. Like, whatever, you know, but that way I can share my story and, you know, see who's interested. And the more the merrier. Team Nacho.
Nacho, that's right. Cool.
We're saucy.
That's really interesting about like pages, because forever, like Shalene Johnson, business superstar queen, and a bunch of others are like, it's all about the like page.
This is within the last, this was today, Tom. This
Today,
was today.
I know.
What happened?
Just now today.
And I heard a week ago it was going to happen, and I'm like, and then today I'm like, oh my God, there's like nothing in my newsfeed. Except
here's the thing.
it's cool to see all my friends, but it was a definite change.
In a way, I feel somewhat vindicated, because as all of those guys, people with much more credibility than me, were saying it's all about the like page. I'm like, but I've built my success on my personal page. My like page has never gotten me anything, even when the like page, as of yesterday, because it's just a new thing today, I was never getting anything in business growth on my like page. It was always my personal page. So it's now
We have less than a minute, by the way.
to learn that, yeah, I know, that it's going back to the personal page. Maybe I'll get more growth spurts now because of that. I've always been about. Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, it sounds like we still have a lot to talk about, but this session of Get the Skinny on Beachbody Coaching Weekly Chat, the official session, is going to come to an end. And I just want to remind you that if you do join us, you can come to the after party, and lots of interesting things happen there, including continuations of our conversations. So, secret, very secret. So if not in the after party, we'll see you next week. Bye.